Hey everyone, welcome to the Everyday Human Podcast. My name is Easton Taverna. Each day I'll share a reflection written by me and inspired by literature, poetry, music, movies, video games, and more. And after that, I'll share a prompt for you to write your own reflection. Together, we'll explore what it means to be human. Every month, we'll walk a new path, taking a look at life, death, the universe, and everything in between. Thanks for coming along. I'm glad you're here. For more, visit eastontaverna.com or join me on Instagram at _everydayhuman. The Compost Universe. It is August 21st. Hey everyone, how's it going? Today's reflection was inspired by a quote from Cosmos by Carl Sagan. So this is a book, and it was published as a companion piece to the miniseries Cosmos, A Personal Voyage, in 1980. So if you hear the word Cosmos, you may recognize the TV series first, but there was a book as well. Wikipedia teaches you some wonderful things, doesn't it? All right, and now here is the quote that inspired today's reflection. All the elements of the Earth except hydrogen and some helium have been cooked by a kind of stellar alchemy billions of years ago in stars, some of which are today inconspicuous white dwarfs on the other side of the Milky Way galaxy. The nitrogen in our DNA, the calcium in our teeth, the iron in our blood, the carbon in our apple pies were made in the interiors of collapsing stars. We are made of star stuff. So when I read that quote, first, yes, it makes me want apple pie. And we're approaching fall, so it's almost apple pie season. Secondly, it blows my mind to think every time that we, humans, Earth, everything around us, except hydrogen and some helium, are star stuff. I mean, it's incredible to think that everything that we are once came from that. Talk about wonder and awe. That one stops me in my tracks every time. So you can picture it like, the universe was putting out the recycle bin, and it was the star stuff. It made its way to the recycling plant. It was reprocessed and turned into us and Earth. We are recycled star stuff. All right, and here is my reflection. I have a compost pile in my backyard behind the shed. It is in dire need of an upgrade. Right now, it's basically a heap of organic kitchen waste. Banana peels, eggshells, avocado peels, and pits, apple cores, melon rinds, and on and on and on. A half-circle length of chicken wire lashed to bamboo and wooden stakes surrounds it, just so that it doesn't run off and scatter beneath the shed or elsewhere. I'm really not concerned with animals eating from it. In fact, my daughter and I like to check the following morning after throwing half an old watermelon onto it, or a pineapple core, or whatever else, to see if the raccoons and deer had a magical midnight feast, which they often do. I also like to play a little game called What Free Plant Is This? The amount of seedlings that sprout from that pile of dead and decaying plant stuff is remarkable. I've pulled free tomatoes, pumpkins, cucumbers, melons, peppers, and more to bring into the garden, which have produced food I and my family eat throughout spring, summer, and fall, and winter. Yes, kale and cabbage seedlings too. And at the end of those seasons, I'll pull the dead plants, most of which will have gone to seed for the birds, and throw them back onto the pile, turning it here and there, not as routinely as I should, really more when I get the time, but also, if I turned it more, I wouldn't get as many free plants, and the cycle continues. It's an extraordinary little universe back in that compost pile. The cycling of life and death, the plants beginning their lives there as sprouts to one day venture out into the big, wide garden, where they will fulfill their purpose, die, and then return to the place they came. As I work the compost, watching the worms and wasps and flies do their work, and as I sift through the seedlings, I wonder where the atoms that those seeds and sprouts and plants are made up of have been and what they've seen. I wonder at the other lives they've lived. And as I transplant the sprouts to the garden, I wonder where the atoms which make up you and me have been, and what they've seen across the universe. I imagine their journey started loud and violent, but as they went, it became quiet and beautiful. And there ends today's reflection. So now it is time for your reflection question. Take out your journal or your napkin made of recycled star stuff as well, or prepare to look out your window or take a walk and ask yourself the following. Have I considered how small I am, and for how long the matter which I am made of has existed? What does it say about my time here now, my problems, hopes, and dreams? Well, that is it for today, August 21st. I'll be back tomorrow, August 22nd, with another reflection. Have a good one, and take care.